Why's the boat stuck?
Well, it's not exactly stuck, Bruce. We are simply waiting out a late season storm of ice.
Well, I didn't pay for this. Somebody's going to hear about this from all my vested authorities.
Ne pas s'en quitter. The storm shall pass in due time, and we will no longer suffer incapacitation by the crystalline sheets of precipitation.
Lady, it's raining on my crystal cakes, and I don't think that I could take it.
Oh dear.
Good God. Catwoman, I trust you and that sloppy hound are still able to function for this evening's show.
Oh, may we? Just a brief moment of imbibing this spirited Pinot Noir to break the wintry chill.
Well, have you heard any news about when we can get this monkey boat moving again?
Oh, the storm is a transient nocturne, my dear, and it shall pass indeed.
Oh, good.
But first, a passage into chaos and a howling to the center of all things.
Oh, Lord.
It's the Dragonsail Puppets variety show, starring Surrender, Bruce, Catatonia, and Henri, featuring the Dragonsail Puppets band. Anchors away.
Wood and drinking your water. Let's do 10, my friend, on our return.
And some reason.
Boxes in the cool blue flame. We're trotting low. Match the flame we grow. What's the life below? What's the life below the blue flame? Serpent dovetail down into the split. Where they're restless in the pit, they eat you gotta get in the blue fade. Blue fade to gray. What they suppose I guarantee propose. That gray dread consumes a soda, mold, a total brick. Head instead. Baby gray, that head, blue fade.
Your drink could be delicious if the line played.
It's barely even here enough for real, but it's real enough to feel, come to expect it. Blue fade, blue fade. Try your fade, test your side, try the limits of your night. With night fade, you fade, you fade, you fade.
Hello, my lovelies. Yes, Surrender has soldiered on through the icy cold, the wretched sleet, the dismal night to entertain you. She shall not be daunted from the valleys to the frozen peaks. She is the cry of the emancipated eagle, forever unfurling its golden wings. Oh, in other words, everybody around me except little Henri is either drunk or high, and it's colder than a witch's tit, and I'm sick to my skivvies of being stuck at sea. But I'm still here for you. Oh, hell, I may as well be, right? Where the hell else am I gonna go? Unless I hitch a ride on Moby Dick. Oh, my burdens are immense, babies. Oh, my baby biscuits, they're immense. I may be Atlas, but I dare not shrug. Or else I'll come crashing down with the whole deal, and I'll have 3 middle-aged, toked-up musicians in hot pants on top of me and a mangy hound, and I'll be coughing up fur balls from that catwoman. I swear, sometimes I feel like a cattle rustler or a scientist doing a study to see if orangutans can play musical instruments. I should probably apply for a grant. Oh. But I must accept the things I cannot change and wrestle down the hussies what I can change. For Storm Cloud shall indeed be strapped onto his stool to keep him from sliding off during his drum rolls. Bruce will indeed be lassoed and drugged to the bathtub on a weekly basis. That Catwoman, she will be ignored. And Georgia Hot Flash, whose singing we cannot bear, must be brought finally to silence. Yes, people, that hussy is still trying to be part of the show. Lord, her last ploy was to make me feel guilty obligation by having what she believed to be an honor bestowed upon me. See, she had my hometown immortalize my portrait on a wall. Real nice, right? No! That hussy wall was made out of stucco and was covered with moss. I looked like a 3,000-year-old swamp monster. I told her to drag that Velveeta Flames out of her wretched little hut and cover that hussy back up with some spackle. Lord! Oh, God. Next, she'll have that that benefactor of hers, to finance a bronze statue of me for pigeons to poop on. And she still won't be contributing her eerie chalkboard scratching soprano stylings to my repertoire, I guarantee you. Oh. But I wish only the best for Georgia, really. I do. I wish for her a peace beyond words, completely beyond words, a peace rendered utterly mute forever. Oh, but on with the show. Oh, our guests are some of the best you'll find around. And all the regular flunkies are still here and at least partially functional. So stick around and I'll see you on the other side. No, hussy, I will not scan my promo code and enter my password to receive confirmation of a drawing in which I may be awarded a chance to scan a promo code to enter my password to receive confirmation of a drawing in which I may be awarded, because I don't have to, honey. Because every day is savings day at the Pinch My Penny.
Save
more
by
settling for less. That's their motto, more or less. Why, look at all the wonderful savings in store for you. Go.
I found a Yamaha Tour Custom Snare Drum. 50% off.
Oh, the Ahoy Mateys coffee and tea assortments are stacked to the ceiling.
I found a big can of Alaskan salmon treats in a big...
Thank you, hon. So come on out and bring the kids. I mean, if you bothered to breed, I sure didn't. I'm opposed to existence. Oh, this life of struggle and pain, where you have to bear the incessant burdens of propping up ne'er-do-wells, because not doing so is even worse than if you do so. If you ask me, this whole thing is a science experiment gone terribly wrong. I give it an incomplete. Try again next semester, hussy. Oh, so like I tell Velveeta Flames, why are you sitting there in your wretchedness? It's old, it's ugly. Just come on down to the Pinch My Penny. Stop dragging your heels, hussy. You'll get them all gnarled up in that cheap shag. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120,
And now our special guest, Kathy Shortt.
Fireflies light up the night. What a beautiful sight. There are mysteries to our lives that we don't realize. We are all fading. It's just you and me, my friends, traveling to the very end. Do you know who to believe? Do you believe in everything you see? Do you feel like a falling star? Are you fading? Are you
And now we can't move through the water dealies, and the fishies are gonna climb up on the poopy deck and eat all of our ears.
I sense a lot of
strange forces in this part of the ocean.
But what's the plan, I ask you? All around us is darkness and duplicity and snow dealing.
Well, you don't have to fear the darkness.
Oh, good.
Just look deep within, and you'll see the visions of the gods.
And twinkle sparkle dealies?
Yeah, stars too.
The stars of our dreams.
You've had a lot of pickle juice.
My tongue tastes funny. I need answers.
Hey, what's the name of Stormcloud's cologne?
Sweetly.
It's nice.
That's another thing. If we don't get moving, how will we be able to entice our very essentials?
You mean go to the grocery store?
Yeah.
I don't know. But we're almost out of watermelon on hand.
I can't take it. It took so long to bake it. The world is growing dark, dark, dark. Oh, ever increasingly translucent and sclerotic. Hey, why don't you set up your altar dealie over there and tell Diana to ixnay on the snow nay?
Well, you can't just summon the gods every time the wind cries Mary.
And why is that?
Because an altar is a window onto a dreadful thing.
Hey, why did Serinda run down the hall?
I get, why did Serinda run down the hall?
No, I'm asking thee.
Oh, I don't know. She might have been getting her visitor.
Have any of us ever seen this visitor? And now we can't move, and it's dark, and the sky is full of pickles, and the fish are descending. And Mary is weeping in the night. What about Mary? I need my stuffed bunny.
And now, an animated film by Dino Film.
got their way when called to say, rough ride, hardly a glide. They were soggy with weight on their dragging parts because the wind came late, but they folded to the pool, nestled in the groove, searching for the silences that move. Clamped together to the claw, shuttled like a molten ball through the narrow tunnel of time. Serpentine wind around the stand. Call me diva, 'cause they let their story get out of hand. No, I give protection. I got the house too, but if you pass me, you'll beat you too. Ah, sure as the ring around the moon. I'm out of the egg like a bird, but my name's an unspoken word. Maybe you're right to fear, even as my whistle draws you near. Serpentine, marble serpentine, sea serpentine, pyroclastic spewing way. Moving in the steam, serpentine, marble serpentine, sonic waves to jar. I do disarm a huge winged lizard with egg-shaped body over land and sea. Steals another simple say, darkening the skies you see.
Breathe the fire, till I breathe the fire, till I breathe the fire.
Huge wing lizard with egg-shaped body over land and sea.
Moving in the steam.
Huge wing lizard with egg-shaped body over land and sea.
Moving in the steam.
Huge wing lizard with egg-shaped body over land and sea.
Moving in the steam. Flame the skies and move on to the other side. Got a ball to ride.
Well, thank you all for joining us in our snowbound blindness. Looks like we're finally on the move. Special thanks to Henri for working his mojo voodoo.
What?
And not a moment too soon, because yours truly has got to run on out of here.
Are you getting your visitor?
But first, we'd like to thank all of our special guests for contributing their magic. And like you've all heard me say a million times, y'all go forth and live in life. Or suck it up, pussy.
Serinda's Gag is courtesy of the Pinch My Penny Markdown Ranch. Wardrobe consultation by Chi-Chi's Productions. Personal assistant to Serinda, also that drag queen from Guatemala. Special promotional consideration by Georgia Hot Flash. Serinda's Fragrance, Honeysuckle Passion, now locked up in a dog-proof case at the Pinch My Penny. Ask the store manager for the key.
Oh,